Why does pregnancy cause gingivitis in so many women? This condition impacts about 40% of pregnant women, with some studies showing it can even reach 67% to 100%. So what's going on here? During pregnancy, your body experiences significant hormonal changes, particularly increases in hormones like progesterone. These changes can make your gums more sensitive and prone to inflammation. As a result, some women may find their gums bleed more easily while brushing or flossing. It's essential to maintain good oral hygiene during this exciting time, as untreated gingivitis can lead to more severe dental issues. Regular dental checkups and professional cleanings can help manage this condition. Staying informed about pregnancy gingivitis is crucial for expectant moms, helping them ensure both their health and the health of their baby. You won't believe this about Titanic's lifeboats. The Titanic is infamous for its tragic sinking, but what many don't know is the chilling disparity in lifeboat access for passengers. While there were enough lifeboats to accommodate all first-class passengers, third-class passengers faced a frighteningly different reality. Many of them were trapped below deck, unaware of the severity of the situation as the ship began to sink. This shocking inequality points to the social divides of the early 20th century, where wealth determined not just comfort, but survival. The wealthy enjoyed better access to lifeboats and safety, while poorer passengers struggled to escape. Only about 25% of third-class passengers survived the disaster, a brutal reminder of how class can impact rescue efforts in emergencies. Could a different approach have saved more lives? Here's something incredible about Karnak Temple. The Karnak Temple in Egypt stands as one of the largest and most awe-inspiring temple complexes on our planet, dedicated to the mighty god Amun. Spanning over 200 acres, this ancient site showcases the incredible craftsmanship of ancient Egyptians. A standout feature of Karnak is the enchanting avenue lined with sphinxes, which leads visitors from Karnak to the nearby temple of Luxor. These remarkable sculptures, with the body of a lion and the head of a human, serve as a bridge between two sacred places, creating a breathtaking pathway through history. Even more fascinating is the ongoing excavation at the Temple of Luxor, where archaeologists are tirelessly working to uncover more hidden sphinxes. Each discovery adds to our understanding of ancient Egyptian culture and religion. What secrets will the sands of Luxor reveal next on this journey through time? What happened when Bigfoot met the FBI? In 1976, Peter Burns made headlines by sending a hair sample to the FBI, claiming it belonged to the elusive Sasquatch, commonly known as Bigfoot. To their surprise, instead of dismissing the claim outright, the FBI opened a case file labeled T4, which stands for Technical Operations and Research. This marked the beginning of a unique investigation that lasted over 2 decades. While the FBI quickly identified the hair as belonging to a deer, this didn't stop them from diving deeper into the mystery. They collected numerous reports and analyzed a variety of evidence related to Bigfoot sightings across the United States. Despite the intriguing stories and sightings from countless enthusiasts and believers, the FBI ultimately found no conclusive proof of Sasquatch's existence. Today, the declassified files from this peculiar investigation are available for anyone curious enough to explore. This fascinating chapter in the pursuit of cryptozoology raises the question, could there really be undiscovered animals lurking in the wild? Did you know a Boeing 767 has 3 million parts? That staggering number highlights just how intricate modern aircraft design really is. Each part, from the tiniest screw to the massive wings, plays a vital role in making the plane safe and efficient. Engineers and designers meticulously plan every aspect to ensure that the aircraft can withstand harsh conditions while flying hundreds of miles in the sky. Not only do they focus on structural integrity, but they also integrate advanced technology to enhance performance and fuel efficiency. The complexity doesn't end there. Regular maintenance checks are crucial to keep everything in top shape. When you consider all these parts working together, it's amazing to think how a machine this large can be so reliable. So next time you see a Boeing 767, remember there's a small community of engineers who have made flying possible by perfecting every one of those 3 million parts. What if birds love spicy chili peppers? It turns out that certain bird species can munch on these fiery fruits without feeling the heat, This fascinating fact stems from their unique biology. Birds, unlike humans, lack specific taste buds that would react to capsaicin, the compound in chili peppers that causes that fiery sensation. Instead, this allows them to enjoy the flavor without any discomfort. This ability plays an important role in their diet and ecology. For example, birds like hummingbirds and many other species can consume chili peppers and help in the seed dispersal, allowing new plants to grow. This relationship between birds and peppers not only benefits the birds, but also contributes to the survival of the pepper plants. So next time you see a bird pecking at a chili pepper, remember that they are living the spicy life while we humans might be reaching for a glass of water. Here's a wild fact about gift giving in Taiwan. In Taiwan, the tradition of gift giving is not just a social nicety. It plays a crucial role in fostering connections and demonstrating respect during social interactions. When you receive an invitation to someone's home, arriving empty-handed is simply not an option. Guests often bring thoughtful gifts such as beautifully packaged teas, locally sourced fruits, or a selection of delectable candies, all carefully chosen to reflect both the host's hospitality and the guest's appreciation. This practice transcends the physical items exchanged. It embodies the bonds of friendship and family, reinforcing a culture rich in gratitude and respect. The act of giving a gift is a wonderful way to deepen relationships, whether during festive celebrations or simple get-togethers. Moreover, this custom serves as an opportunity to share aspects of your own culture while delighting your host with unique local flavors. So if you're planning a visit to Taiwan, remember to pack a small token of your appreciation. It's more than just a gift. It's a bridge to meaningful connections. Here's a wild fact about ghost weddings in China. This intriguing tradition involves the ceremonial marriage of deceased individuals, ensuring they are not lonely in the afterlife. Ghost weddings have deep roots, where families believe that connecting their deceased loved ones in marriage provides them with companionship and care beyond the grave. The process often begins with hiring feng shui masters to ensure everything aligns perfectly for the spirits. Funeral plaques are crafted, memorializing the lives of the deceased, while the bride's bones may be exhumed to be reburied alongside those of the groom. Such rituals reflect rich cultural beliefs about the afterlife, emphasizing connection even in death. Families often seek to honor their loved ones, helping them transition peacefully into the next world. While this may seem unusual to some, these gatherings are steeped in tradition and affection, a testament to the enduring bonds we share. Even when faced with the inevitable cycle of life and death, you might wonder how these practices make their way into modern conversations about love and loss. Have you ever wondered why the Louvre is so popular? This iconic museum in Paris attracts millions of visitors each year, making it the most visited art museum in the world. One reason for its popularity is its incredible collection of art. The Louvre houses over 35,000 pieces, including famous works like the Mona Lisa and the Venus de Milo. These masterpieces draw art lovers and curious travelers alike, eager to witness history. Additionally, the museum's stunning architecture is a sight to behold. The glass pyramid entrance, designed by architect I.M. Pei, merges modernity with historical grandeur, offering an unforgettable photo opportunity. Beyond the art and architecture, the Louvre's rich history adds to its allure. Originally a royal palace, its transformation into a museum in 1793 marked the beginning of a new chapter in art preservation. With guided tours, educational programs, and special exhibitions, there's always something new to discover at the Louvre. So whether you're an art enthusiast or just exploring Paris, the Louvre Museum promises an inspiring experience that keeps visitors coming back. Did you know how phone etiquette began? Back in 1878, something groundbreaking happened. The first regular phone number was created. Imagine the excitement of being able to call someone directly instead of relying on telegraph messages. However, the way people answered the phone wasn't quite what we expect today. Instead of the friendly hello, early telephone users often greeted one another with phrases like ahoy or simply their own names. The term hello didn't become popular until Thomas Edison started using it as a way to attract attention. This shift marked a new chapter in communication, as people gradually warmed up to the idea of casually chatting over the phone. It's fascinating to think about how our language and greetings have evolved alongside technology. Today, we accept hello as a universal greeting, reflecting how pivotal that early time was in shaping modern communication habits. So the next time you pick up your phone, remember how far we've come since those early days in 1878. Prepare to be amazed by Darth Vader's lasting legacy. In a surprising turn, the talented James Earl Jones, the voice marking the essence of one of cinema's most menacing villains, has officially retired from voicing Darth Vader since 2022. His rich and commanding tones help shape the character we revere in legendary films like the original Star Wars trilogy. But fear not, devoted fans. Lucasfilm has devised an innovative solution to keep the Dark Lord's voice alive through archival recordings paired with advanced AI technology, ensuring that audiences still experience the fearsome presence of Darth Vader in future projects. This exciting development opens up fascinating discussions about the evolving landscape of voice acting and how technology enhances storytelling. With AI skillfully blending with Jones's recordings, we stand at the edge of a thrilling era for Star Wars fans, where Vader's chilling voice continues to echo across the galaxy. As new tales unfold, we can ponder what this means for creativity and tradition in the ever-expanding universe of Star Wars. Is it really true that bottled water is repurposed tap water? Many people would be shocked to learn that most bottled water in the United States is sourced from our very own tap. Major brands like Aquafina and Dasani primarily use municipal water. This water goes through basic filtration processes to remove impurities, making it safe to drink. However, the real kicker is the price tag. Consumers often pay hundreds of times more for bottled water than they would for the same water from their kitchen tap. In fact, while a bottle of branded water can cost around $1 or more, the cost per gallon for tap water is just a fraction of a cent. So next time you reach for that bottle, consider the journey it took from your tap to the store shelf. It's a surprising reality that raises questions about convenience, marketing, and our perceptions of what it means to drink water. What's up with those fancy birdhouses? Male bowerbirds are truly the architects of the avian world. These clever birds build elaborate structures called bowers in hopes of attracting a mate. But these aren't just any run-of-the-mill nests. They're intricate displays made from twigs, leaves, and other natural materials that can take considerable time and effort to construct. The satin bowerbird in particular is famous for its eye-catching preference for blue items. From feathers to bottle caps, these birds go on scavenger hunts to find all sorts of colorful treasures, which they carefully arrange around their bowers. This vibrant collection and the aesthetic quality of the bower itself send a visual signal to potential partners, showcasing not just their building skills, but also their health and vitality. And it works. Research has shown that females are more likely to choose mates with the most impressive bowers. So when you spot a bowerbird, remember you're looking at a passionate artist trying to win over their special someone. Ever thought about why actors make bold choices? Kevin Costner made a significant decision in 1997 when he turned down the lead role in the high-stakes action film Air Force One, which went on to star Harrison Ford. Instead, Costner opted to star in and direct The Postman, a post-apocalyptic film that ultimately did not resonate with audiences. While The Postman had grand ambitions, it struggled at the box office, leading to a disappointing reception. The film's failure earned Costner 2 Razzie Awards, highlighting its struggles and his controversial choice. Many wondered if he would have achieved greater success with the blockbuster instead. This situation raises interesting questions about risk in Hollywood. Actors often face tough choices, balancing personal passion projects against more commercial roles. Costner's experience serves as a reminder that not every risk pays off, but the journey itself often shapes their careers. What if I told you about a giant tomato fight? Every year in the sleepy town of Buñol, Spain, a wild celebration unfolds known as La Tomatina. This quirky event, which has become a gigantic food fight, invites thousands of eager participants to let loose and throw ripe tomatoes at one another. The festival kicked off in the 1940s in a somewhat accidental way when a group of friends decided to join in a playful scuffle at a local parade. From that moment on, the event grew in popularity, and now it attracts visitors from all over the globe, eager to engage in this juicy chaos. Picture it, a whole square filled with people laughing, shouting, and showering each other with red pulp, while music pumps through the air, creating an atmosphere that's pure joy. Not only is it a feast of fun, but it also embodies the spirit of camaraderie and silliness that brings diverse cultures together. So if you ever find yourself in Buñol during late August, don't miss your chance to be part of this spectacular and messy tomato tour de force. Hard to believe, but Russia shapes global affairs. This vast country, spanning Eastern Europe and Northern Asia, holds considerable influence on international politics, economics, and security. As one of the world's largest nations, Russia is a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council, giving it a powerful voice in conflicts and resolutions. It's a key player in various global organizations, including the G20, where major economies gather to discuss pressing issues. Russia's abundant natural resources, particularly oil and gas, impact global energy markets and economics. Moreover, its military capabilities and strategic partnerships, such as with China and India, allow Russia to exert significant influence in conflicts and diplomatic negotiations worldwide. From climate change discussions to cybersecurity, Russia's involvement is crucial for addressing global challenges. So how does this massive country's actions affect international relations in our everyday lives? Unseen power of social media and martial law today. The role of social media in the recent martial law declaration was significant, unlike any previous event. Today, platforms like Twitter and Instagram have transformed how people communicate and respond to government actions. In contrast to 1980, when information was tightly controlled, social media allows for the rapid spread of news and the organization of protests. Activists can share their messages quickly, making it challenging for governments to silence dissent. The ability for ordinary citizens to raise their voices and connect with others empowers them, fostering a collective response that can influence public opinion and political action. This shift demonstrates how technology has changed the landscape of communication, enabling people to challenge authority in ways that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. As society continues to evolve, how will social media shape our future? Turns out the truth is that wombats are incredible defenders. These delightful creatures, found mainly in Australia, have an astonishingly effective defense strategy that helps them ward off predators. Wombats showcase their incredible strength through their uniquely robust rear ends, which they leverage as a solid barricade when danger looms. When frightened, a wombat will simply turn around and block the entrance of its burrow with its sturdy backside, creating an almost impenetrable barrier. Picture a dingo, a cunning predator, approaching a wombat only to discover that its clever plan has backfired. Its attempts to invade are thwarted by the wombat's formidable defense. This unique approach to survival not only protects their homes, but can also result in serious harm to any animal bold enough to challenge them. Furthermore, these lovable marsupials aren't just tough, they also captivate many with their charming looks and playful behavior. So the next time you encounter a wombat, remember that underneath that cute and cuddly appearance lies a powerful fortress, showcasing the diverse wonders of nature and its surprising resilience. Did you know Jesus might have been born in a cave? Traditionally, many people picture his birth taking place in a cozy stable filled with animals, but biblical scholars suggest it could have actually occurred in a cave. This idea stems from ancient practices in Bethlehem, where caves were often used as shelters for livestock. These caves provided protection from the harsh weather and predators. Furthermore, the Gospel of Luke mentions a manger, an animal feeding trough, and caves were typically equipped with such features. While this theory might shift how we visualize that iconic scene, it helps us understand the historical and cultural context of Jesus' early life. Imagining his birth in a cave allows us to connect more deeply with the humble beginnings of a figure who would go on to inspire millions. What do you think of this different perspective? Prepare to be amazed by a cheating scandal. In 2001, Army Major Charles Ingram pulled off one of the most notorious deceptions in television history on the game show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? While competing for a life-changing sum of money, Ingram cleverly used a fellow contestant's cough as a signal to indicate the right answers. This audacious tactic played out in front of millions of viewers, hiding in plain sight. Ingram was not acting alone. He had accomplices who helped orchestrate the scheme, which involved careful planning and timing. However, the truth eventually caught up with him. After a thorough investigation, Ingram and his co-conspirators were convicted of fraud, highlighting the lengths some will go for a chance at wealth and fame. This case not only shocked fans of the show, but also raised serious questions about the integrity of game shows and the lengths individuals will go to win. How do you think such a bold move can impact a person's life long-term? Prepare to be amazed by speed limits of the past. Incredibly, the first ever speeding ticket was issued in 1896 to Mr. Archibald W.O. Campbell for cruising at a mere 8 miles per hour in England. At that time, speed limits were laughably low, set at 4 miles per hour in towns and 6 miles per hour in the countryside. This astonishingly slow pace reflects a time when the idea of a motorized vehicle was still novel and somewhat alarming. Campbell was driving a motorized horseless carriage, an innovative invention that prompted curiosity and caution among the public. Imagine the scene, an astonished crowd witnessing the first infringement of what would evolve into today's complex traffic laws. Back then, police officers patrolled on bicycles, making the rare sighting of a speeding vehicle even more sensational. When Campbell was fined 2 shillings, it wasn't just a slap on the wrist. It was a significant amount, making heads turn and whispers spread. This landmark event highlighted the necessity for regulations as cars began redefining travel, ultimately shaping the modern roadways we know today. What else will history reveal about the evolution of driving? Discover Muhammad Ali's bold stand against the Vietnam War. In 1964, legendary boxer Muhammad Ali, who was born Cassius Clay, embraced Islam, which profoundly influenced his life choices. By 1967, Ali made headlines again when he refused to fight in the Vietnam War, citing his religious beliefs and opposition to the conflict. This courageous decision led to a highly publicized trial where he was convicted of draft evasion, facing harsh criticism and losing his boxing titles. Many viewed him as a controversial figure, yet he stood firm, famously declaring, "I ain't got no quarrel with them, Viet Cong." Despite the backlash, Ali's conviction was eventually overturned in 1971, allowing him to return to boxing and reclaim his legacy. His journey symbolizes not just a fight in the ring, but also a stand for personal beliefs and justice. Today, Ali is celebrated not just as a sports hero, but as a powerful advocate for civil rights and social change. How did his choices inspire others to take a stand? Did you know Shakespeare and Cervantes died on the same day? It's an astonishing coincidence that has intrigued literature lovers for centuries. On April 23, 1616, 2 of the greatest writers in history, Miguel de Cervantes and William Shakespeare, both passed away. Cervantes, the Spanish novelist best known for Don Quixote, is often hailed as the father of the modern novel. Meanwhile, Shakespeare, the English playwright and poet, revolutionized storytelling with his plays and sonnets. Interestingly, while both men left an indelible mark on the literary world, they never actually met or even communicated, as they lived in different countries and cultures. Their simultaneous deaths on the same date, which coincidentally falls on St. George's Day, the patron saint of England, adds an air of mystery to their legacies. This remarkable alignment makes us wonder about the intertwined fates of these iconic figures. How cool is that? Discover how cultures celebrate lost baby teeth. In many places around the world, losing baby teeth is more than just a rite of passage. It's celebrated with fun and unique traditions. For example, in some Latin American countries, a little mouse named El Ratón de los Dientes, or the tooth mouse, is said to sneak in and collect the lost teeth from under pillows. In exchange, children often find small treasures or money left behind. This delightful practice contrasts with the more widely known tooth fairy myth, where the fairy takes the teeth and leaves rewards. Other cultures have their own special customs, like throwing the teeth onto roofs or placing them in specific locations for good luck. These different traditions not only bring joy to children, but also strengthen family bonds as they share stories and experiences surrounding this fun milestone. Which tradition do you find the most interesting? Guess what really drives the longest musical performance ever? At the Church of St. Burchard in Germany, a performance of John Cage's unique organ piece has been in motion since 2010 and won't end until the year 2640. This astonishing project, titled As Slow as Possible, stretches the concept of a musical piece to its limits. The performance unfolds so slowly that each note change occurs only a few times a year, creating an experience that challenges our traditional understanding of music. Picture a symphony that you might only hear once or twice during your lifetime. The church is fitted with a specially designed organ that can play these ultra-slow notes. As crazy as it sounds, many visitors travel from around the world to witness these singular moments. Each change in the music is a reminder of patience and the beauty of time, making this ongoing performance a living artwork. Imagine experiencing a sound that blends with the atmosphere over several decades. Isn't that mind-blowing? Surprisingly, it's a fact that Australia is urban. Over 90% of Australians live in cities, making it one of the most urbanized countries in the world. From bustling Melbourne to vibrant Sydney, urban areas are where the action is. The country's vast landscapes often hide these thriving metropolises, which are concentrated along the coastlines to take advantage of stunning beaches and favorable climates. As people flock to cities for work, education, and entertainment, this shift shapes the culture, economy, and lifestyle across Australia. Major urban centers are hubs for innovation, creativity, and multiculturalism, attracting diverse communities who bring their traditions and flavors. With such a high urban population, how is Australia tackling challenges like housing, transportation, and green spaces in these crowded environments? There's more to discover about this fascinating balance between nature and city life. Hard to believe, but pi contains your birthday. The number pi, roughly 314, is known for its fascinating properties. One of the most intriguing aspects of pi is that its digits seem to be randomly distributed. This means that if you were to look closely, you'd find any sequence of numbers, including your birthday or phone number, hidden within its endless string of decimals. Imagine searching through pi's infinite digits and discovering your special day buried in there. Mathematicians have calculated pi to trillions of digits, and while we have yet to prove it completely random, many believe it is. So what are the chances your birthday pops up in this mathematical marvel? If you ever thought searching for your birthday in pi was just a fun idea, it actually isn't out of the question. So how many digits of pi have you memorized? What if I told you about the Neuro R3 revolution? This cutting-edge autonomous electric vehicle is changing the way we think about grocery deliveries. With its sleek design and high-tech features, the Neuro R3 can carry up to 12 grocery bags, making errands much easier for everyone. Equipped with 12 cameras, this little vehicle has 360-degree vision, allowing it to safely navigate busy streets and avoid obstacles. Whether it's zipping around a neighborhood or waiting at traffic lights, the Neuro R3 is built for efficiency. Imagine sending a list of groceries from your phone and having them delivered right to your doorstep by this smart vehicle. It's not just a concept, it's already being tested in various cities. As technology advances, the future of shopping could look a lot more like this, convenient and quick. What other tasks could autonomous vehicles help us with next? Let's uncover the truth about acacia trees. These remarkable trees in Africa have developed a clever way to communicate with each other. When a hungry giraffe starts munching on the leaves of one acacia, that tree releases airborne chemicals known as volatile organic compounds. This chemical alarm signals nearby acacias to prepare for potential danger. In response, the nearby trees kick into action by producing bitter-tasting toxins in their leaves, making themselves less appealing to the munching mammal. This fascinating warning system highlights the interconnectedness of forest ecosystems and shows how trees can work together to defend themselves. It's as if they're having a conversation across the landscape to protect each other. Isn't it amazing that trees, which seems so static, can have such dynamic interactions? What other secrets do you think nature holds? Why exactly does IC 1101 dwarf our Milky Way? IC 1101 is an astonishing giant, currently recognized as the largest known galaxy in the universe. Spanning a staggering 6 million light-years in diameter, this behemoth is over 60 times larger than our own Milky Way. To put that into perspective, imagine a galaxy that can contain millions of stars, gas clouds, and dark matter, a veritable universe unto itself. What's even more incredible is its mass. IC 1101 is about 2,000 times more massive than the Milky Way. This means it holds an unfathomable number of stars, possibly reaching trillions. Such immense size and mass raise fascinating questions about galaxy formation and evolution. How do galaxies like IC 1101 form, grow, and interact over billions of years? Understanding this cosmic giant not only expands our knowledge of the universe, but also helps us appreciate the complexity and diversity of galaxies as a whole. Is it really true that Yeongbokgung Palace is so historic? This stunning site in Seoul, South Korea, dates back to 1395 and was the heart of power during the Joseon dynasty. Imagine walking through ancient halls where kings and queens once ruled. The palace boasts unique architecture that reflects traditional Korean design, with intricately painted roofs and impressive wooden structures. As you stroll through the extensive gardens, you can almost hear the whispers of history. Each corner of Yeongbokgung Palace tells a story, making it a perfect spot for visitors to dive into South Korea's rich past. Not only does it highlight the country's architectural brilliance, but it also houses the National Palace Museum of Korea, which presents numerous artifacts from the Joseon era. Here you can explore everything from traditional clothing to royal paintings, immersing yourself in a time long gone. With its blend of history, culture, and beauty, Yeongbokgung Palace truly stands out as a must-visit destination. Aren't you curious to discover its secrets? Surprisingly, it's a fact that Anatol powerlifter astounds us. Better known as Vladimir Shmondenko, has taken the world of strength sports by storm. This high-performance athlete has amazed fans by squatting over 440 pounds and deadlifting nearly 660 pounds, feats that require not just physical strength, but also immense discipline and dedication. What sets him apart isn't just his impressive capabilities, but also his unique approach to life. He presents himself as a humble gym cleaner, a role that contrasts sharply with his extraordinary talents, captivating audiences on various digital platforms. Viewers are often left in awe as he seamlessly transitions from his everyday job to showcasing jaw-dropping lifts, revealing the surprising reality of hidden strength and a down-to-earth attitude. Anatol powerlifter inspires many to believe that greatness can come from the most unexpected places. Could anyone else challenge the norms like he does? Did you know that society depends on women for survival? If all females suddenly vanished from the planet, humanity's future would look bleak. With around 3.8 billion women among the 8.5 billion people on Earth, their absence would spell disaster for human reproduction. Today, women play essential roles not just in families but also in communities and economies. Without females, not a single new human could be born, as natural reproduction requires both male and female contributions. Men would face the daunting reality of a world where life could not continue. While science has made strides in reproductive technology, the complete lack of women would still create insurmountable challenges. This thought-provoking scenario serves as a reminder of just how critical female presence and participation are in all aspects of life. So what would our world look like if we lost half of our population? Can you believe cockroaches cannot walk backward? These resilient insects are natural burrowers, which means they thrive in hiding places and can dig into various surfaces. However, their unique physiology makes them unable to walk in reverse. This interesting trait can lead to some unsettling incidents, such as when cockroaches accidentally crawl into people's ears. Once trapped, they struggle to get out because they can't backtrack. While this scenario sounds terrifying, it's important to remember that such occurrences are uncommon. Cockroaches have been around for millions of years, adapting to various environments and developing survival techniques that sometimes baffle us. Despite their reputation as pests, they play an essential role in the ecosystem, helping break down organic matter. So while it's hard to imagine having one of these creatures scuttling close to you, they are more than just a nuisance. They are a captivating part of nature's intricate web. What new fact will surprise you about our creepy, crawly friends? Is it really true that a 9-year-old directed a movie? Kishan Srikanth made history by becoming the youngest film director at just 9 years old, as recognized by Guinness World Records. This remarkable achievement was no small feat. He didn't just direct, but also wrote, edited, and released an entire feature film on his own. Kishan's skills in memory, organization, and understanding of audiovisual language were astonishing, especially for someone so young. Adults on set were truly impressed by how he managed everything from scripting to shooting, showcasing a level of creativity and dedication that many adults aspire to. His journey shows that passion and talent can shine, regardless of age. Kishan's story inspires young dreamers everywhere to believe that they can accomplish great things too. Could this spark a new generation of filmmakers? Believe it or not, sleepy grass can intoxicate cows. This remarkable plant contains unique natural compounds that cause cows to exhibit staggering and even wobbly behavior, almost like they are tipsy. When these curious animals munch on sleepy grass, the compounds in the plant interact with their bodies, leading to these amusingly quirky movements. It's a delightful reminder of how different species can have surprising interactions with their environments. In some cases, farmers have noticed their cows acting a bit silly after grazing on certain patches of this grass, raising both eyebrows and laughter. This fascinating phenomenon highlights the complexity of ecosystems and how plants can impact the behavior of animals in unexpected ways. So the next time you see cows in a field, think about what they might be snacking on and the intriguing science behind their playful antics. Can you imagine planets fitting between Earth and Moon? Scientists have revealed that if you placed all the planets of our solar system in a line, they would actually fit between our planet Earth and the Moon, which is about 238,855 miles away. The largest planet, Jupiter, is about 86,881 miles in diameter, while our smallest planet, Mercury, is just 3,032 miles across. When lined up side by side, even though they cover a vast amount of space, they would take up a surprisingly small portion of the distance to our nearest celestial neighbor. This fascinating fact highlights just how enormous space is, as well as how relatively small the planets are in the grand scale of the universe. Next time you look up at the moon, consider that the entire solar system's planets could fit in that gap, an exciting reminder of our place in the cosmos. Let's uncover the truth about crystal myths. Ancient civilizations were fascinated by crystals, believing they held magical properties. The Greeks in particular had a special fondness for amethyst, a beautiful purple stone. They thought that by drinking from goblets made of amethyst, they could avoid drunkenness. Imagine sipping from a fancy goblet only to discover it didn't actually prevent intoxication. Although the Greeks' belief didn't hold up scientifically, it reflects how they used crystals in daily life and rituals. Amethyst was also linked to clarity of the mind and was used in jewelry for protection and healing. Other cultures around the world shared similar beliefs, attributing different powers to various stones. Today we know that while crystals are stunning to look at, their supposed magical powers are just fascinating stories from the past. So next time you see a crystal, remember its history before believing in its magic. Why exactly does Vulcan Point boggle the mind? Located in the Philippines, Vulcan Point is truly a geographical marvel. It's an island nestled within Taal Lake, which itself is situated on the larger volcanic island of Luzon. This means that, remarkably, you have a lake inside an island that contains another island that sits within a lake. Vulcan Point is part of the Taal volcano system, one of the most active volcanoes in the Philippines. When you stand on Vulcan Point, you're literally surrounded by water and land in a way that feels a bit surreal. This unique structure leads to stunning views and intriguing geological formations, attracting tourists and scientists alike. People come to explore its mesmerizing landscapes and learn more about the volcano's activity. So next time you think about islands, remember that Vulcan Point is not just any island. It's a fascinating feat of nature's engineering. How cool is that? Have you heard about Florida's skateboarding laws? In the Sunshine State, it's actually illegal to skateboard without a license. This unique regulation was put in place to promote safety standards among skateboarders and reduce reckless behavior that can lead to accidents. The law ensures that skateboarders are responsible and aware of their surroundings while enjoying this fun activity. It's crucial for skaters in Florida to check if they need permits before hitting the streets. Not only can failing to do so lead to legal troubles, but it can also put the safety of themselves and others at risk. So if you love skateboarding, make sure to get familiar with the local rules and don't forget to grab that license. Who knew staying safe could also mean following the law? Guess what really drives a bat's surprising birth process? Bats have a fascinating way of bringing their babies into the world. When it's time to give birth, they hang upside down, and as their little ones make their entrance, these clever moms catch them in their wings. This unusual birthing method is just one part of what makes bats so fascinating. Often seen as pests, these creatures actually play a crucial role in keeping our environment healthy by controlling insect populations. In fact, a single bat can eat thousands of insects in one night. But that's not all. Mother bats have an incredible ability to recognize their pups, among many others. They rely on their sense of smell and can also distinguish their baby's unique cries. This combination of skills highlights not only their nurturing side, but also their importance in the ecosystem. So next time you see a bat, remember, they're much more than just flying mammals. Ever tasted kiviak from Greenland? This traditional Inuit Christmas delicacy is as unique as it sounds. Kiviak is made by fermenting whole seabirds, usually ox, inside a hollowed-out seal. The preparation involves a fascinating process. The seal is tightly sealed and buried under stones for several months. As it ferments, the contents develop a strong, pungent flavor that is both intriguing and unique. While it may sound unusual to some, kiviak holds cultural significance for the Inuit people, representing a connection to their heritage and traditions. By Christmas time, families dig up the buried seal to reveal the fermented birds, ready to be enjoyed during festive meals. It's a dish that showcases the ingenuity of using available resources in a harsh Arctic environment, ensuring the birds are preserved and flavorful just in time for the holiday season. Although kiviak may not be for everyone, it certainly offers a culinary adventure that highlights the rich traditions and resilience of the Inuit culture. Would you dare to try this distinctive dish? Hard to believe, but silence can drive you crazy. In one of the quietest rooms on Earth, found at Orfield Laboratories in Minnesota, visitors often encounter strange experiences. This room, known as an anechoic chamber, is designed to eliminate all outside noise, creating a silence so profound that people begin to hear their own bodily functions. As the brain adjusts to the lack of sound, it can create auditory hallucinations, leading to feelings of disorientation and even panic. Some individuals have reported hearing their heart beating or their own breathing, and these unexpected sounds can be unsettling. Spending just a few minutes in this extreme silence can feel longer than it actually is, making many people eager to leave. What might seem like a peaceful escape from noise actually highlights our dependence on sound for comfort. Would you dare to spend time in such silence? Most people don't know this, but exoplanets abound. Exoplanets, or extrasolar planets, are fascinating worlds that orbit stars beyond our own solar system. Scientists have discovered thousands of these intriguing celestial bodies, and each one has unique characteristics. Some exoplanets are similar in size and temperature to Earth, prompting researchers to consider the possibility of life beyond our planet. Others are gas giants like Jupiter, existing far from their stars, while some are scorching hot, with surface temperatures exceeding those of molten lava. The method of discovering exoplanets varies. Some are detected through transit methods, where they pass in front of their stars, causing a slight dimming in brightness. Others are spotted using radial velocity, which measures the wobble effect on stars as planets exert gravitational pull. As technology advances, Our understanding of these alien worlds expands, revealing an exciting variety in atmospheres, compositions, and orbits. With each discovery, we come closer to answering the big question: are we alone in the universe? Did you know that a month without alcohol can transform your health? Taking a break from drinking can lead to remarkable improvements in your body. When you abstain from alcohol for just 30 days, your liver gets a chance to heal and regenerate. This means better liver function, which is crucial since the liver helps filter toxins from your blood and produces vital proteins. Furthermore, many people experience lower blood pressure and improved heart health during this period. By skipping those drinks, you're also significantly reducing your risk of developing diabetes and other serious conditions linked to excessive alcohol consumption. Finding healthier alternatives or simply enjoying time spent without alcohol can boost your overall well-being. So why not try it for a month? It could be the first step towards a healthier lifestyle. Believe it or not, Zimbabwe's literacy rates are impressive. Following its independence, Zimbabwe invested heavily in education, making literacy a top priority and achieving remarkable success. The country's commitment to teaching has led to a literacy rate of over 90%, which is one of the highest in Africa. This achievement showcases the value that Zimbabweans place on education, even in the face of challenges like teacher shortages and limited resources. Schools across the country strive to provide quality education, fueled by community efforts and a drive for improvement. Teachers, though sometimes scarce, work tirelessly in classrooms to inspire and educate young minds. Parents and communities also play crucial roles, supporting their children's learning through various initiatives. The dedication to education demonstrates the resilience and determination of the Zimbabwean people, who understand that knowledge is the key to a brighter future. What can we learn from their example? Is the Goliath tigerfish a crocodile hunter? This incredible fish is native to Africa and is famous for its astonishing ability to hunt and attack even large predators like crocodiles. With 32 razor-sharp teeth, the Goliath tigerfish is designed for maximum efficiency, slicing through flesh in a flash. Growing up to a whopping 5.9 feet in length, it's not just a pretty fish, but a fierce predator in its aquatic habitat. Found primarily in the Congo River Basin, these fish thrive in tropical waters and are known for their aggressive behavior. Anglers and researchers alike are captivated by their power and unique hunting tactics. While they primarily feed on smaller fish, the idea that they could take on a crocodile adds a whole new level of intrigue to this spectacular species. Is there any other fish that can rival the Goliath tigerfish's ferocity in the water? Here's what actually happens when you use a Kodak camera. The Kodak camera, launched in 1888, revolutionized photography by making it accessible to the masses. It came preloaded with 100 photos, allowing anyone to take pictures without needing a deep understanding of the process. But here's the catch. Once you filled up the roll, you had to mail the entire camera back to the factory for processing. Imagine having to send your smartphone back to its manufacturer after taking all your selfies. This meant that people eagerly awaited their developed pictures, often for weeks, excited about the memories captured. This early approach made photography feel special, transforming it from a task reserved for professionals into a hobby anyone could enjoy. It wasn't just about snapping photos, it was about anticipation and sharing moments with loved ones. Aren't you curious how this changed the way we capture memories today? Believe it or not, glass rains on HD 1889 and 73b, this extraordinary exoplanet, located 63 light-years away from Earth, is notorious for its extreme and hostile weather. Imagine a world where winds whip through the atmosphere at an astonishing speed of 5,400 miles per hour, or about 8,700 kilometers per hour. These fierce winds carry tiny glass particles, making it rain shards of glass sideways. To add to the danger, HD 1893b boasts scorching temperatures that soar beyond 1,000 to 700 degrees Fahrenheit, which is roughly 930 degrees Celsius. This makes the planet one of the most unwelcoming places ever discovered beyond our solar system. With such brutal conditions, any form of life as we know it would struggle to survive. Scientists are captivated by HD 973b because its harsh environment provides insights into atmospheric phenomena that challenge our understanding of planetary science. Studying this bizarre world helps us learn more about the incredible diversity of planets that exist in our universe. What other strange surprises does the cosmos hold? Prepare to be amazed by women's fight for credit freedom. Before 1974, women in the United States encountered tremendous hurdles when it came to securing credit cards. Imagine needing permission from a father or husband just to handle your own finances. This outdated practice mirrored the broader societal attitudes toward women's roles, which often emphasized dependence over independence. Women's financial autonomy was stifled as a result, limiting their ability to make purchases, invest in their futures, or even build credit histories on their own. The situation began to change with the passage of the Equal Credit Opportunity Act in 1974, which prohibited discrimination based on gender in credit transactions. This landmark legislation empowered women to apply for credit independently, paving the way for greater financial freedom and equality. Isn't it incredible how such changes can shape lives and communities? Did you know USPS began with music delivery? The United States Postal Service, widely known today for delivering letters and packages, has an interesting origin story rooted in sending music tracks between friends. Initially, USPS was created to help people share their favorite songs, especially when their schedules didn't match up for live performances. Musicians and music fans began mailing recordings to ensure they enjoyed new sounds and stayed connected with each other. This practice of exchanging music helped shape the service's early identity and showcased its importance in fostering communication. Over time, as technology evolved and music could be shared digitally, USPS shifted its focus to traditional mail services. Today, while the Postal Service is best known for delivering everything from holiday cards to online purchases, it's fascinating to think about how it all started with those heartfelt tunes. What other surprising facts about USPS do you know? Have you ever wondered why American drinks are so icy? In the United States, it's a common sight to see servers filling glasses with a mountain of ice, often leaving just a splash of drink at the top. This practice is rooted in tradition and cultural preferences, where ice is associated with refreshment. Ice not only keeps beverages chilled, but also gives a visually appealing look to the glass. Interestingly, restaurants often provide more ice than liquid to maximize the volume of the drink served, which means customers feel they are getting more for their money. However, this can lead to a diluted flavor, especially in drinks like sodas or cocktails. Whether it's a hot summer day or a chilly winter evening, that icy drink remains a staple in American dining culture. But why has this tradition become so standard? Is it all about aesthetics, or is there more to the story? Guess what really drives Pythagoras students to silence? At the heart of Pythagoras' secretive school in ancient Greece was an intriguing method of learning that revolved around silence and discipline. This esteemed mathematician believed that silence fostered focus and allowed deep contemplation of mathematical concepts. Students entering this unique academy had to commit to staying silent for years, an intense test of their dedication and patience. While most schools today encourage open discussion, Pythagoras' method forced students to internalize their knowledge before sharing it. This practice didn't just cultivate self-discipline, it also led to profound insights as students contemplated complex ideas without distractions. Imagine the excitement they felt when finally allowed to speak and share their thoughts. Pythagoras' approach not only shaped their understanding of math, but also instilled a powerful respect for knowledge. Why exactly does Alain Ducasse shine with 21 Michelin stars? This remarkable French chef holds the record for the most Michelin stars ever awarded, showcasing his extraordinary culinary skills and creativity. His acclaimed restaurant, La Maurice Alain Ducasse, is renowned for delivering exquisite dining experiences that leave guests in awe. With an average meal costing around €350, each dish is crafted with meticulous attention to detail, using only the finest ingredients. Diners can expect a blend of traditional French techniques and innovative flavors that ignite the senses. What's truly fascinating is how Alain Ducasse consistently pushes the boundaries of gastronomy, earning him the respect of food critics and chefs worldwide. His dedication to excellence not only elevates the dining experience, but also inspires aspiring chefs everywhere. So what's the secret sauce behind his success? Prepare to be amazed by Becca Monogatari's toothbrushing episode. In a surprising twist, this popular anime dedicates an entire episode to the art of brushing teeth. The animators went above and beyond, studying the intricate process of toothbrushing to depict it in a way that feels both dramatic and engaging. You might wonder how such a simple daily task could capture an audience's attention, but it's all about the details. This episode showcases the creativity in animation, turning a mundane activity into a captivating spectacle. With vibrant visuals and dynamic movements, viewers experience the brushing process as if they were right there in the bathroom. Becca Monogatari reminds us that even the smallest moments can hold rich storytelling potential, making us rethink the everyday things we often take for granted. Can you see yourself watching a toothbrushing adventure like this one? Did you know about Indonesia's magical blue flames? The Kawai Jin volcano in Indonesia is famous for its stunning blue flame phenomenon, which is truly a sight to behold. This incredible natural display happens at night when sulfuric gases from the volcano's crater ignite, creating a glowing blue fire that dances against the dark sky. The unique flames are not something you see every day, drawing in thrill seekers and photographers from all over the world. They hike to the summit, eager to capture the mesmerizing sight on camera and experience the volcano's surreal beauty up close. Watching the blue flames flicker while surrounded by the dramatic landscape of Kawai Jin feels almost otherworldly. But don't forget your flashlight. Safety is key when exploring such a volatile environment. If you're looking for adventure and something out of the ordinary, this enchanting phenomenon definitely offers an unforgettable experience. So who wouldn't want to witness nature's little wonder at Kawai Jin? Did you know your ear holds the tiniest bones? The smallest bones in the human body are known as the ossicles, and they play a crucial role in your ability to hear. These three little bones, named the malleus, incus, and stapes, are located in the middle ear. What's incredible is that they are so tiny that they could comfortably fit on a penny. The stapes is the smallest of the trio and measures just about 2.5 millimeters in length. Together, these bones amplify sound vibrations from the eardrum to the inner ear, allowing us to enjoy everything from music to conversations. Despite their size, they are essential for converting sound waves into signals that our brain interprets as sound. Without these tiny yet powerful bones, our world would be a much quieter place. Isn't it amazing how something so small can have such a big impact on our lives? Did you know Mars is smaller than Earth? Mars has a diameter that's just 53% of Earth's, making it the second smallest planet in our solar system, right after Mercury. While Earth measures around 12,242 kilometers across, Mars comes in at about 6,779 kilometers. This size difference is fascinating because it influences many characteristics of the planet. For instance, Mars has less gravity, which means you would weigh significantly less if you stood on its surface. Despite being smaller, Mars boasts a stunning landscape of mountains, valleys, and even the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons. These features make Mars a prime candidate for exploration and study as scientists seek to understand its history and potential for hosting life. Could we one day call Mars home, or at least visit it as tourists? Believe it or not, bonobos may hold the key to peace. These fascinating apes live in a society that thrives on cooperation rather than conflict. Bonobos, known for their peaceful nature, primarily resolve disputes through social bonding, sharing, and affection. In their world, females play a vital role. They lead social groups and maintain harmony among members. Unlike many other animals, bonobos use touch, grooming, and food sharing to strengthen relationships and diffuse tension. This unique approach helps prevent aggression, making their communities stable and supportive. Researchers are intrigued by bonobos because their behavior challenges our understanding of primate societies and conflict resolution. By studying bonobos, we may learn valuable lessons about empathy and cooperation that could apply to human societies. So could observing these clever apes help us tackle social issues in our world today? Hard to believe, but spitting can save your life. If you ever find yourself trapped in an avalanche, knowing how to navigate your way out could be crucial. When snow collapses around you, you often lose your sense of direction. One clever trick is to simply spit. Your saliva will fall towards the ground, helping you identify where gravity pulls. Once you know which way is down, you can begin digging in the right direction to free yourself from the snow. Remember, if you're buried under several feet of snow, time is of the essence. Staying calm and using your breath to guide you can feel overwhelming, but it's essential to make every second count. The chances of rescue improve if you're able to create an air pocket around your mouth and nose, ensuring you can breathe while you work. So keep this unique survival tip in mind for your next winter adventure. Did you know about the stinky Titanarum flower? This fascinating plant, also known as the corpse flower, creates one of the largest and rarest blooms in the plant kingdom. Native to the rainforests of Sumatra, Indonesia, the Titanarum's flower can reach over 3 feet in height. But what truly sets it apart is its smell, which some say is reminiscent of rotting meat. This alluring scent attracts pollinators like carrion beetles and flesh flies, who typically lay their eggs on decaying animals. The flower's unique strategy ensures that it gets pollinated, even though most people would avoid its smell at all costs. The bloom only lasts for about 24 to 48 hours, during which it generates heat to intensify its odor, making the scent even more noticeable. This extraordinary flowering event doesn't happen frequently, with the plant blooming only every few years. So if you ever get a chance to see a Titanarum in full bloom, prepare yourself for both a visual and olfactory experience unlike any other. Prepare to be amazed by space junk orbiting Earth. Space debris, also known as space junk, is a growing concern as millions of pieces zoom around our planet at incredible speeds. This debris includes everything from defunct satellites to spent rocket stages and even tiny fragments created by collisions. Imagine trying to navigate a busy highway where every vehicle is a potential hazard. Operational satellites and spacecraft face serious risks from these bits of metal and other materials. Fortunately, experts aren't just wringing their hands, they're coming up with clever solutions. Efforts are underway to track this debris more effectively, and some innovative ideas for cleanup missions are on the drawing board. New technologies aim to reduce the risks of future collisions, ensuring that our ventures into space can continue safely. Will we be able to clean up our cosmic neighborhood before it becomes too cluttered? Did you know the Strait of Messina holds ancient myths? This fascinating waterway sets apart the toe of Italy from the enchanting island of Sicily. Not only does it play a vital role in trade and transportation, but it also serves as a backdrop for a tapestry of myths and legends, making it a cultural treasure. One of the most famous tales involves the monstrous sea creatures Scylla and Charybdis, who were said to terrorize sailors attempting to navigate the strait. These stories are steeped in history, reflecting the fears and imaginations of ancient mariners. The colorful myths of the Strait of Messina have inspired countless artists and storytellers throughout centuries, adding to its allure. The area is also recognized for its stunning natural beauty, featuring dramatic cliffs and shimmering waters that attract tourists today. As you explore this captivating region, consider how the blend of history and mythology creates a unique identity for the Strait of Messina. What secrets do the waters still hold? What if I told you Ronaldo gifted an island? In 2015, superstar soccer player Cristiano Ronaldo made headlines when he presented his manager, Jorge Mendes, with a stunning wedding gift, an entire Greek island valued at $3 million. This generous gesture wasn't just a flashy surprise. It symbolized Ronaldo's deep appreciation for Mendes' unwavering support throughout his career. Their partnership spans many years, showcasing Mendes' role in guiding Ronaldo's rise to global fame. By choosing such a grand gift, Ronaldo demonstrated not only his financial success, but also the special bond between the two. Imagine receiving an island surrounded by crystal-clear waters and breathtaking views. This unique present captured the attention of fans and media alike, highlighting the extraordinary lengths Ronaldo would go to express gratitude. Such a gift reinforces the idea that success isn't solely about fame or wealth, it's also about relationships and loyalty. How many of us could say we've gifted something as remarkable as an island? Can you imagine hedgehogs grunting like pigs? These charming little creatures are more than just cute faces. They're nature's very own spiky vacuum cleaners. Hedgehogs scavenge through bushes and hedges, snuffling and grunting as they search for a tasty snack. Their diet primarily consists of small insects, frogs, and even the occasional snake. Each night, these fascinating foragers might travel over a mile, showcasing their impressive determination to find food. When they forage, their pig-like grunts add a quirky soundtrack to their adventures, making them a delightful presence in gardens and parks. With their remarkable ability to eat pests, hedgehogs play a vital role in maintaining ecological balance. So next time you hear a snuffling noise in your garden, remember it might just be a hedgehog on a midnight snack hunt. Did you know the U.S. struggles in 4 Olympic sports? Despite being a powerhouse in the Olympic Games, the United States has not secured a medal in handball, badminton, trampoline, and table tennis. These sports might not get the same attention as swimming or gymnastics, but they pose unique challenges for American athletes. For instance, handball requires rapid teamwork and strategic thinking, while badminton demands incredible agility and precision. Trampoline acrobatics combines athleticism with grace, showcasing daring flips and twists, yet the U.S. has found it tough to break into the top ranks. Table tennis, often dominated by Asian countries, features lightning-fast reflexes and mental quickness that can be daunting. Interestingly, the dominance of the U.S. in other sports highlights these 4 as areas for growth. As Olympic enthusiasm sweeps through the country, will we finally see American athletes take the podium in these elusive events? Prepare to be amazed by Georgia's ice cream law. In the Peach State, there's an unusual regulation. Carrying an ice cream cone in your back pocket is actually illegal. This quirky law might sound silly, but it reveals a fascinating glimpse into the past. Originating in the days when some people used this practice to attract horses, the law aimed to prevent potential chaos in the streets. Though rarely enforced, it highlights how local laws can sometimes stem from unique cultural quirks. Imagine the surprise of tourists who unknowingly break this rule while enjoying their favorite frozen treat. This amusing tidbit makes you wonder what other odd laws might be lurking in the books across the country. Perhaps it's time to explore and uncover these delightful quirks that make each state so unique. Who knew ice cream could lead you on such an interesting legal journey? Have you heard about Idaho's Sunday merry-go-round ban? This quirky law states that riding a merry-go-round on Sundays is prohibited. Believe it or not, this unusual regulation may have been put in place to ensure that Sundays remain a day of rest, without distractions or entertainment activities. While many states have laws that seem goofy, Idaho stands out for its unique focus on preserving the sanctity of the Sabbath. Imagine families enjoying a sunny Sunday afternoon, only to be turned away from a spinning carousel. This law reflects a time when societal norms emphasize rest and reflection over amusement. Although it may seem strange to us today, such regulations often arise from cultural or historical contexts. So next time you think about a leisurely ride, remember that in Idaho, Sundays are meant for a different kind of enjoyment. Who knows what other bizarre laws are hiding in your state? You might be shocked to learn about Beeple's NFT. In March 2021, Beeple's stunning digital artwork titled "Every Day's the First 5,000 Days" made headlines when it sold for a jaw-dropping $69.3 million at Christie's auction house. This extravagant price set a new record for the most expensive non-fungible token, NFT, ever sold. What makes this piece so special? It's essentially a digital collage made up of 5,000 individual images, each representing a day of Beeple's artistic journey over more than 13 years. This sale didn't just highlight the value of digital art, it also demonstrated a cultural shift towards embracing blockchain technology in creative fields. With the growing interest in NFTs, many artists are now exploring this digital frontier, questioning the future of art ownership and distribution. Will this NFT revolution change how we appreciate art? The excitement surrounding this sale suggests it just might. Did you know sushi's roots are in ancient China? Although many people think of sushi as a quintessentially Japanese dish, its fascinating history actually begins in China over 1,000 years ago. The earliest form of sushi involved preserving fish in fermented rice, a method known as narazushi. This technique helped people keep fish safe to eat for longer periods, especially before refrigeration was invented. As the idea of sushi spread, it evolved, reaching Japan, where it transformed into the sushi we know today. In Japan, sushi chefs started to perfect the technique, combining rice, fish, and other ingredients in ways that delighted the palate. Most notably, around the Edo period, the concept of nigiri sushi emerged, a delicious hand-formed ball of vinegared rice topped with fresh fish. Today, sushi is enjoyed worldwide, with numerous variations reflecting local tastes and ingredients. Isn't it amazing how a dish can travel across countries and cultures, changing along the way?